What's up, Attack MMA? I'm your host, Zach Weigert, so I got a very special guest. He's a professional fighter with a 6-1 record and will be fighting on Dana White's Contender Series on Week 6 on September 12th. Please welcome Malik Lewis. Malik, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good. What's good?
What's up, man? And before we talk about the fight, I kind of like to let the people kind of get an introduction on you and kind of know your past. So how and when did you originally get into MMA?
Um, I got into MMA when I was like 17 years old. This beeping's gonna turn off, bro. It's trying to tell me to put my seatbelt on. But
So good.
anyway, I started MMA when I was like 17 years old. I think I was watching the Fight Bill by Dustin Poirier, and I was like, I can beat these guys. I train. I've always been athletic and stuff. I've always loved to fight. So I went to a gym and that was super bro.
For sure, man. And you mentioned going to the gym. So what are some like your early memories when you first got into the gym and first started training?
I grew up in those like traditional little Texas style MMA. I walked in. There's a pro MMA time who I think top five, one of the top five welterweights in Texas, if not like the number one at the time. But his name was Brandon Ferron, and he was sitting back there. And I walked up to him, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I want to train UFC." And he just started laughing and stuff. And he was like, "Go grab some gloves and jump in the cage." And got my ass whooped pretty good that first, year, year and a half.
Yeah, man. And now let's start talking about this fight. And of course, this will be your second time on the Contender Series. So how does this opportunity come about for you to come on the Contender Series for a second time?
Honestly, I don't know how any of it works. So shout out to Sean Shelby for believing in your boy. But Jason House too, he does the dang thing. Of course, he gets fighters in. I think they liked me the first time. I was going through whatever I was going through. I didn't fight the way I wanted to. So I'm super happy that I get to come back and put on a good show and have the cardio to do whatever.
Yeah, for sure, man. And now, as this is your second time, do you feel like you're going to this fight differently than you did the first time around?
Oh, absolutely. That first time around, I was like, I wasn't in shape, never got in shape. I was not ready to fight. I was just, honestly crazy in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm fighting. Screw it. They're locking the door. It's going down. I've been fighting for a long time. I know what to expect. But as soon as like I dropped him, of course you never expect that. So when I seen him drop, I'm like, "Ooh, shit! First round, that's crazy." And I swear I could see like all the little memes and posts and shit. I was like, "Cool, I'm doing the thing." And then I realized I wasn't freaking. I was holding my breath. I couldn't recover. My body felt like a bag of weights. I was like, "Oh no, this dude's about to whoop my ass." I even told him that going into the second round. I told my coaches, "I sound cool." And like, I'm a very honest guy and just say what's on my
Yeah.
mind. So I was like, yo, he's about to fuck me up, coach. And he's like, don't say that. I was like, bro, I can barely stand up. They're like, you're winning, you're winning. They're like, everything you've ever wanted. I'm like, I know, but I can't breathe, guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was that. I'm not feeling.
Yeah, that's great, man. And of course, that was your first loss, and any loss can be hard on someone, but that is your first loss. So would you say you've grown as a person and as a fighter from that loss?
I've grown immense from that loss on both sides for sure. I mean, a big aspect of after you lose, you figure out really, what you're really fighting for, what it really means to you, and that hurt alone is some other sort of fuel that you can dig from. So I'm a happy person, bro. I'm very blessed to even be able to fight, to wake up in the morning and be able to use my legs and all sorts of things. So I mean, I could have sat there and been sad, and it did suck to think like, damn, I could have been in the UFC, but I've not been in the freak. I've not ever been a NFL player or nothing like that. I've never been rich or anything like that. So it would be nice to have all the money and those things, but I'm just so happy that I came out healthy and I'm able to fight again. I really never planned on going so long without taking a loss. Fighting is fighting.
Yeah, man. That's a great way to look at it. And as this is your second time around on the Contender Series, you've experienced the whole thing. You experienced walking out with no music. You experienced being in the apex. You experienced all that jitters getting ready for the fight. So do you feel like you have an advantage over your opponent as this is his first time while this is your second time?
Yeah, I think it definitely is going to give me an advantage. Absolutely, no lie. You going in there, everything's going to be a first for him. I've already been on the bus. I've already taken the ride. I know the doctors are going to come and talk to me. So I've seen it all, walked out and done that. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be, in a different mindset than the last time of, oh shit, oh shit. Dana White over there. Holy crap. He's
For
going to
sure,
have to get
man.
used to.
Yeah. And now your opponent is James Llontop. So have you looked into him? Have you watched tape on him? And if so, what are your opinions on him? What do you like about his style and his strengths?
Yeah, I've watched his fights for sure, like every single one of them. He has like all his fights on YouTube, but dude, I'm not a hater, never will be a hater. I can't wait to be in the UFC and people talk trash because I think it's gonna be super fun and hilarious with me. But bro, I hope he's been training hard and I hope he understands that, he's about to go into that cage and he's gonna be in there with somebody who is has dedicated his life to MMA, worked so hard, and he's going to be ready to go through whatever he has to go through. So if he comes that ready and he comes with it, then golly, it's going to be a hell of a fight, bro. I seen it striking. I think it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, man. And you said it's gonna be a fight. A lot of times you are in exciting fights. So do you pride yourself on the fact like, hey, I could put on exciting fights for all the fans?
Absolutely, bro. I don't want anybody to watch me and be like, I want to fight that guy. I don't want to be that person. There's tons of MMA fights where you go to the regional shows and you're like, man, I don't know. I probably go in there and take this guy, or this guy doesn't seem that good, or whatever. When anybody sees like me fighting, or at this point, I feel like they're like, okay, Malik is coming in there to do some damage for sure.
Definitely, man. And it should be an exciting fight for sure. But stylistically, how are you looking at this fight?
I think he's a great striker. He throws a lot of volume. I've not been able to have the chance to fight somebody. I think maybe with his striking level, or the volume level, I think I've definitely been in there with harder hitters. Trevor Peek. He's definitely throwing bombs, but I think he's gonna come to play that touch game and find out that I'll have a lot more fight IQ than it looks from seeing my fights. You see a brute, I'm pretty in there, focused in when it's going. So I'm gonna find that shot. And the cat's out of the bag, dude. I fought many black belts and I'm subbing them, and like I love grappling, bro. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, and you mentioned like, hey, you can find that shot, you can grapple him, you can submit him, and this is the Contender Series, and Dana White loves guys who can get the finish. And in all your pro fights, in all your pro wins, you have gotten that finish. So do you feel like that gives you an advantage as, hey, I'm ready to get this finish, while your opponent on some of the hands has not got the finish? He's gone to decisions. Well, you always get the finish.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. My fights are gonna be or never gonna be a decision, bro. You're gonna finish me or I'm gonna finish you, guaranteed. And if not, we're getting paid. So it's cool.
Definitely, man. And of course, you get to meet the boss, Dana White. So what would you like to tell him when you get to meet him?
Man, I'm gonna be like, hey, big fan, dude. It's so crazy. Like I've always rocked with you, and now look, so it'll be cool. And the Nelk boys too. Like,
Yeah.
dude, huge shout. I freaking been watching them since like hit since Kyle and Jesse back in the day, bro, making
Yeah.
prank videos, So I I'll have a chance to hang out with those guys and mingle with them. That's lit.
Yeah, for sure, man. And something I saw that you did was pretty cool is that you're on Fox West Texas. So how's that whole thing like when they did a piece on you as they were able to record you, interview you, and make a whole package surrounding you?
It was cool, bro. I felt like I was cool. I'm like I'm just everyday dude, man. Like I definitely train my butt off, and yeah, I guess I'm kind of out there. I guess I just live in the gym and get beat up daily, but I thought it was awesome. Like I don't want to be a beacon of anything but positivity for people and shit. Like yeah, what we do is crazy, but we're cool guys. Come to the gym, come learn. Come do jujitsu, come strike, come whatever. We're not. Most of us aren't assholes, and at my gym, you're not gonna ass, bro. Like you're gonna. We
Yeah.
don't want that shit here. Have fun. Let's be cool. Let's go play top golf after we punch each other in the face.
You love to
Some
hear,
cool stuff.
man. Yeah, for sure, man. And now, of course, this is the biggest fight of your career. So how do you mentally prepare for a fight of this magnitude?
Man. So mentality wise, I've never really struggled with like some of the things. I see a lot of fighters that they get like maybe scared, maybe too nervous, maybe this or that. But on game day, I'm excited. That's the day I'm most excited. Like you're like every day you've been doing is for this moment. Hell yeah, let's go do it. I get to punch as hard as I can. I get to kick as hard, and it's legal. So like I'm not gonna piss anybody off, start a gym war, upset so any of that. So I'm super excited. And I think the thing when it comes to like the mental aspect is when you really dwell on what you can lose. And it's like I don't have anything yet. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing. I'm young. I've got tons of years of fights left. Um, I am not gonna think about the future losses, just like I'm not gonna think about the future wins and stuff. I'm living in the moment. I'm excited that I'm healthy and no injuries, and I think it's going to be a great fight. If I freaking win and get the contract, then I'm ready for the next one, and let's just keep the ball going.
Yeah, that's truly an excellent way to look at it. And of course, that's a mental aspect of the game. But on the physical aspect of the game, how's your training camp been for this fight?
Oh, I've been going hard, maybe too hard, maybe a little, maybe too much, but taking ice baths and getting massages and stretching, even doing hot yoga and stuff. But sometimes I'll go out on a run and I'll be, thinking about everything and how cool everything is, and I get excited. So my 45-minute run turns to like an hour and a half run, and maybe followed by some stair sets after. And so I've been training a lot. Bless, bro, bless.
Yeah, you love to hear it. And of course, you said you're training a lot, and training camp could be a stressful time in a way. So when you have the time to relax, when you have some free time, what is stuff you like to do on your time off?
Bro, I'm playing COD, bro. I'm chilling. I'm playing Call of Duty. Absolutely. Running games with boys and getting dubs. Oh, and my
In
girl,
the
she's
free
pretty
time.
yeah, she's cool, I guess. Leanne's she's a great person.
Awesome, man. And of course, UFC is what we're aiming for. We're aiming for that contract. So if you become a UFC fighter, how much would that mean for you and your family?
Bro, it changes everything. It's funny because like so as a fighter fighting on the regional scene, all of a sudden I got like last year I got the Contender series out of nowhere. I had no talks and I have no idea. You don't have any idea what's gonna go down, and then all of a sudden it's like you're important. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden everything you've been doing, nothing has changed, but all of a sudden you're the cool kid. And that's what this is. It's the opportunity to be the cool kid. When you win, it's automatically different. If I were to open a gym, if I were to start a clothing line, or this or this or this or this, it goes a long way saying I was in the NFL, I was in the NBA, I was in the UFC. You're gonna listen to those people a lot easier than you're gonna listen to a tatted up knucklehead fighter, who's just been
Yeah.
rough. So it'll mean a lot, bro. It'll mean a lot.
That's the goal, man. And my final question for you is when you get in the UFC, not if, but when. What are some of the dream fights that you have?
Oh man, unfortunately, these guys are probably gonna be done. But like for my style, I want Michael Chandler. I want Dustin Poirier. Those are the guys that, of course, I'd love to fight. I'd love to go up a weight class and fight Masvidal. Uh, Nate Diaz is probably, I mean, he's done for sure. Those were all like, of course, big dream fights. So now, who am I looking for? Do I want to fight Islam, the champ of 55? No, honestly. I just train like takedown defense all day,
Yeah.
24/7. Try to get a surprise KO. Like that's just not fun to me. But like Sean O'Malley's and stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
How do you not like him? What? He's funny as hell, and he did everything he said. Like, hats off to him, dude.
Definitely, man. Is there anything you want to plug or shout out before we head out of here?
Shout out to all my sponsors. I'm not gonna name them out. Y'all know who y'all are. I make a post for y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Genesis Jiu Jitsu, Peak Fighting, the UFC, Sean Shelby, Dana, all of you guys. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. You, bro, thanks for interviewing me, making me feel cool. Thanks to everybody, man. I'm just happy, bro. I hope I put on a good show for y'all.
Malik, this truly has been a blast. I want to thank you for coming on. I wish you the best of luck in your fight. Folks, that'll be all for today. Until next time.